Hi everyone, so today I thought we'll do something a little bit different, and I wanted to just give you some tips on sectioning hair for braids, for twists, and other hairstyles like that, single hairstyles. So this was requested. So the first thing that you do when you section is you're going to section from the tip over here, from this section right here to the back. So what you're going to do is you're going to take the hair, I'm going to flip this around so that you guys can see. Hopefully you can see well. And okay, let's position this, and you're going to section it going downwards. Let me come to this area. You're going to go all the way back. Okay. And take your time. Like that. Okay. So you're going all the way back. So you want an equal section, two sides. And this is a mannequin, so you know when you're working with mannequins, depending on the way that they made the mannequin head, it might not be as smooth, but trust me, when you're doing this with a real person, you have to make sure that it is smooth. So we're going to section all the way down like that. Okay, so the next thing that you're going to do, we're going to clip this away. So next, you're going to section from hair to hair. So from this section to that section, going from hair to hair. So grab this, and we'll go from here, turning to the hair right over there, and we're gonna go across like that. So at the tip of the hair right here, that's where you're going, at the tip of the hair. So we have the section right here. Let me make this a bit smoother. Tip of the hair. Okay. I'm going to repeat the same thing on the other side. So going from the tip of the hair. Let's go back to the tip of the hair. So the tip of the hair, flip it around so that you guys can see. So the tip of the hair, right over here. Okay. Tip of the hair, and we're going to join it up to that middle section. Okay, let's do this. Okay. If you have to readjust, just readjust everything. Okay. So, and remember, you can clean up your parts as you go. So I'm going to go back to the other side and make sure that we are aligned. I think this area we had more hair on this area, so I'm just going to take this and just cut some, and then we are good. Okay. Okay. So now we have, it looks like we have 4 sections, right? So we have this section, we have this section, we have this section, this section. So this section will be your front section. And then what we're going to do now is we're going to create the middle section, right? So for the middle section, and trust me, there are many ways. It's like there's many ways to skin a cat. So there's many ways to do this, right? So what we're going to do for this section is we're going to come almost as if you're doing a boat. We're going to come down like this. Okay? See how I'm coming just a little bit below the ears. I'm coming down. And remember, you can choose to do it whichever way you want. I just find this way easier for me. So we have down right here. And this depends on how many braids you're going to do, how many sections of braids and stuff. So I'm doing the same thing on this side too, cutting it across like a boat. So this will be my middle section. So this here is the middle section. So you have the bottom section and then you have the middle section. So this is what it looks like in all. You have the bottom section, which is in white. You have the red section, which is the middle section, and then the gold and the black is the top section. So when we want to concentrate doing the braid, I like to start from the back section. So we're gonna do the bottom section, I mean. So for the bottom section, if this is gonna be like jumbo braids, you just section this into two, like that. So just cut across, like this. Cut across. So this is the lowest section, right? So let's clip that away. And then you have this top section. And then this one here, if you're doing jumbo braids, you can now section this. This will be like 2 or 3. So this one, I'm gonna cut it across like that. So depending on if you're doing jumbo or so, make sure that the sections are equally divided. Okay. So you have run out of clips here. So you have this section right here. So now you have 1, 2, and 3. Okay. So I'm going to grab this top area and we're going to work on the top front section. So the front area, this is the front of the head. Now these ones, we're going to section them depending on if you're doing middle part. So with this, I'm doing a middle part on Yolanda. This is Yolanda. Yolanda, say hi. That's her name, Yolanda. So this is Yolanda. So we're going to do a middle part. So this is the middle part of the head. So the way you're going to section the middle part, the top part will be, you're going to be going downwards like this. Right. So let's start off from here, keeping to the same size. So this is 1, and then this is 2. So just making 3 sections. And I'm just going to quickly just cornrow it roughly. So this is not, so that you'll see the sections. And then this section here, you can divide them as you want. So these ones are going downwards here, like that. Okay. So that's one section. This is another section right here. And you can use this sectioning method, as I said, for braids and also for twists, for faux locks, for any style. And this is a very beginner-friendly method. You can get as complicated and as complex as you want as you get more familiar on how to section hair and how to braid hair and things of that sort. So we've done this one section of the braid. So we have that section, right? So we're going to repeat the same thing on this side. So since you have 3 on this side, you're going to also have 3 on this side. So let's section that into 3. So make sure you are sectioning it in the right area. So this one was at the arch of the eyebrow. And this one is going to be at the arch of the eyebrow also, so that it's equal. So that's one section. And then this is the second one at the tail. You see that? It's at the tail. So at the tail of the eyebrow. And sometimes people's eyebrow is not as perfect as Yolanda's eyebrow. So you just have to be mindful of the size. That's why I said always take note of the size and try and make the sizes as equal as you can. So you can do this on your own hair. And if you're a stylist, people are actually paying for you to just section their hair and they will just do the braiding at home. So if you don't have that service added to your styling services, add it to your styling services. People are charging as much as $45, you know, to come to you. You just section their hair for them and they will go home and braid it. So you don't have to charge, how much are braiders charging nowadays? $300, $400, $700 to do their whole hair. You can just say, you know, you offer a service whereby you can section hair for them and they can go home and braid it themselves. So this is a service. If you're a stylist, think about offering it. Of course, it will be well discounted. Offering a service that, you know what, come to my salon, I will section your hair for you, and you can go and style it yourself. So we've done the front section. So let me show you, this is the front section, like that. Okay, so we're gonna go now to the back. Now for the back, you want to start working on the bottom one first. So the bottom one, what you're going to do is that depending on how big you want, you can either section this in 2 or you can section it into 3 or so. So we're doing jumbo, so I'm just going to section this into 2. So just keep this 2 like that. And the same thing, so just take this. And as I said, this is a service you can offer people that come to my salon, and I will section your hair and you can go home to braid or twist or thread or do other stuff to your hair, and I just do the sectioning part for you. It's a good addition to your service. A lot of people are cashing in that way, and yeah. Okay, so now we've sectioned this into 2. So now we have this next section. Now this next section, what you're going to do is you're going to have to look, because we're doing a brick layered method. Hopefully you guys can see. So what we're going to do is we're going to section this, and you want to do it right in the middle of this hair. So right in the middle of this one, that's where you're going to create your section or part, create your part right there. And then this one, right in the middle over here, you create your part this way. So now you have 3, and we're doing odd numbers. So we have 3, so I just braid this up like that. Okay. And remember, I'm not cleaning the parts or anything. I'm just, unless we'll be here forever. Especially with a mannequin, it's kind of hard to do clean parts sometimes. So, but you get the idea. If you want to learn how to do hair, get a mannequin. If you're like, where do I buy a mannequin from? Write me, where can I buy a mannequin? So now we've done this section. So now we have 2, we have 3. So we're doing the next section. So this is the next section, right? For the next section, we're doing exactly the same thing. So this one is 1, 2, 3. So you take the same thing, middle of this, okay, middle of this, and then middle of this. You get the idea? That's it. That will give you a bricklayer method of sectioning. So do that. Okay. Okay, this is another one. And let me know, write a comment to me, where are you watching this from? Where are you watching from? I am in Houston, Texas, and I am a certified hair coach. And what I do is I help people with their hair issues. So if you are dealing with any hair issues and you need one-on-one hair help, like, oh, I need a routine, or my hair is not growing, or this and that, I can sit with you one-on-one, look at the products you're using, look at your routine, and we can see what needs to be adjusted, what needs to be changed, and go from there. So now we're down to the bottom, the last section. So for this one, we're repeating the same thing. Middle of this, middle of this, middle of this. Now this one, you have to be mindful. So what I usually do in this section is I now come to this area and I go middle of this. And instead of this being a big chunky one, I split it. And the reason why I split it is because, you know, you have that middle part right over here. I don't want to put middle of this. If I put middle of this, you notice how it makes the part even longer. So what I'll do is I'll split this and make this middle, and then make this middle. So this area will now become 3. You see, for some people it can be confusing because they're like, oh, how do I get it so that this middle is not stretching downwards? So this becomes 3. So let's do that. I'm just gonna braid this quickly. Okay, or not. So we have this here. Okay, we have this one here. Okay. And then we have this ones. Okay. Like that. And then we have this one. So remember, we split that one section into 3 so that we won't have that division right in the center of the head. Okay, and then we have this one right over here. Okay. And this video, I'm going to put it on YouTube, so you can go watch it on my YouTube channel, Discover Natural, over and over and over again. When you're ready to braid hair or so, it'll make it more easier. So this is how the entire pattern will be, braid pattern will be. Okay, so let's talk about it again. So you have the front of the head. We have these sections for the front of the head, right? And this section, you can now divide it in the brick layer method. So this section here, I will divide this into 2. This section here, I'll now divide this into 3. And this section here, it will now be divided into 1, 2, 3, 4, like 4 or so. And you repeat the same thing on this other section. This one, I've already splitted it for you so that you can see the layout. And you have the bottom area being 2, the next layer being 3, the next layer being 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so this is one method for how to section hair off. If you enjoyed this, thanks for watching. Remember, tomorrow will be Ask Your Natural Hair questions. You can ask as many questions as you want. And thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Yolanda also says thank you to you guys. And we'll talk to you in another video. Thanks for watching. Bye.